Twitter user made a Face Connect tier list recently for AVO, and I personally disagreed very strongly with it, and a lot of the other girls on Face Connect disagreed very strongly with it. So I decided that I would make the definitive AVO ranking. Yes, this is not my own idea. I stole it from a viewer. So before we get into this, let's discuss what AVO is. Okay, so AVO is alpha, beta, omega dynamic. I know these days the kids, the cool gang kids be like, before we know it, Erica admitted to Jorkin. Oh, I didn't need to know that. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to Leah channel for first time viewers. Have you guys ever heard of the concept of mpreg? Yes, so how do men get pregnant, Leah? Okay, if I'm looking at a man and I really want to see him get pregnant, how does he end up getting pregnant? Well, if you're weirded out by hearing the phrase take the fattest knots, then clearly you have no idea what the ABO situation is. And I feel like this content just isn't for you. So you roll up and you're like, oh, Leah, that's not right. And also when you say take the fattest knots, it gives me the ick. That's weird. How could you say that? I'm not here to talk about the sex, okay? This is where you guys go wrong with it, okay? Everybody looks at ABO and they're like, yes, I am looking at it for the sex. I am thinking with my penic brain. Yes, the girls are going to fuck each other. No, you goon to ABO dynamics. I am a researcher and scientist. I don't care who's topping who. I care about what organs you got inside of you. Who's getting pregnant scientifically? I don't need to know how you're getting mating pressed in bed by other women, okay? You know, I'm an alpha gay. Yes, alphas have pheromones that the omegas are really attracted to. And the omegas go into heat cycles in which they get really horny, and they need to breed with an alpha and take an alpha knot as fast as possible. So like the whole way that works, I don't actually know how sex in ABO works because I've never felt the touch of a woman, but that's not important. So do any of you moron imbeciles have any questions about the ABO dynamics? Any questions about society? What's a knot? Ask your mom. That's what I gave to her last night. And your dad! What do you mean by pheromones? It's like the scent? It's a scent, but it's not like a stinky scent. It's like pheromones. I don't know. I've never smelled pheromones before, but that's like a thing. And then the omega is like, wow, their alpha pheromones are so dreamy. I need to take the ruff. How can you know what tier you belong in if you've never smelled pheromones? I want you to blow up. I don't wanna put myself in a box. I wanna eat the box. That was for the ladies. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. My first dream is for Face Connect to become really popular. And my second dream is for you to lift up your shirt and show me them. I say you. Let's start with I say you. All right. Well, let's go down the checklist. Do we think I say you has strong alpha pheromones? Do we think that I say you could be both alpha and omega, or not partake at all? Or do we think that I say you is meant for pregnancy? I say you is a beta. Yes, because even though you think you has a lot of sex appeal and could be a very dominant alpha, I say you actually is not meant for breeding at all. No, I say you is meant to be cool. No, Rinkaku and Cleo. Well, the two of them need fucking help, okay? The two of them need fucking help. Show me your tits. I'm sorry. Loki's an alpha. But Loki is like a nonchalant alpha, right? Pico is a beta. Beta for sure. An alpha. Pico is a beta. Yes. Pico could be both alpha and omega. She's got that dog in her. I think Michiru is a bit obvious, right? Probably the most picture perfect image of a beta. See, and you guys disagree, but I think something to keep in mind is that you guys are stupid and I'm smarter than you. She's not taking knots. She's not giving knots. She just wants to game. That being said though, Nasa would be a dominant alpha. Nasa is the most like... The shit that NASA has said and done? NASA is a fucking freak of nature and you guys just don't see it. Did you call us tourists? Yes, I did. Everybody thinks NASA is cute, but NASA's a fucking freak, man. I'm scared of NASA. She's a scary alpha. Miss Memory is a perfect example of a chill Omega. All you want is for someone to go, yes, Urika Omega, so then you could justify writing plot fiction about us. That's not how that works. You need to expand your mind beyond just breeding, man. This is why you will never succeed at being gachikoi. You guys goon with no intelligent thought behind your eyes. I goon with a level of intelligence that would get me a master's degree. Mari_EN full name is a dominant, nonchalant beta. Mari is, oh, nonchalant. She slips into being an incel. Mari is my favorite incel. Mari_EN is my favorite incel. I love her. I appreciate her. It's so bad. Dizzy is an alpha who desperately wishes she was an Omega. I want to say that you have the wrong opinion, but the truth of the matter is that you're right. And that was exactly what I was going to say. Dizzy is an alpha who wants to be an Omega. She is a submissive alpha that would cry the whole time. Dizzy is the type of woman to baby trap you, but I think that's beautiful. How do I explain? Dizzy is the type of person to dominate you into dominating her. Does that make sense? She would dominate you into dominating her so she could baby trap you. Next up, we got Tenma. Let's do Tenma. All right, so I think everybody here assumes that Tenma would be an alpha. But see, exactly. Mr. Pilgrim says Tenma would be an alpha. Alpha immediately. Bro felt the need to double text this in my chat. Alpha. Alpha easy. I've never seen so many wrong comments in my entire life. Yeah. You're gonna have to explain this one, Leah. Where I'm from, we call it overcompensation. Do you even watch the girls? I've kissed Tenma before. Tenma has put her hands on my ass before. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I've only had Tenma grab me multiple ways. Tenma's grabbed more ass than you. She overcompensates by acting like an alpha, right? You guys on stream see her and she's like yelling and she seems super dominant, but the reality is she's a very motherly Omega. Tenma was put on this earth to be a mother. Yes, she's a very motherly person. She's cooked for us. She takes care of us. She's the type that like won't let you help her because she wants to help everyone else. She was made to bear children. She doesn't want to, right? And so the overcompensating is like when she acts super dominant. She's always yelling. If she's a bit of a drunk, but no, she is so motherly. When the day comes that she wants a child, she will be the best mother ever. Sheena is super motherly. But the thing is, I think Sheena could be the alpha as well, right? And that's the edge that Tenma does not have. Sheena could be both alpha and Omega. So that's why we put Sheena in the beta category. Where does the Ponk go? I know where the Ponk goes. Where do you think the Ponk goes? Omega. Panco is a fucking alpha, okay? Panco is an alpha. Absolute alpha. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about Panco being an alpha. Panco marks her territory, okay? Panco, that's the best way to say it. Panco is like a territorial alpha. And that's where this comes from. Panco is a territorial alpha. I wasn't Speaking about peeing, part of the AVO thing is like the marking, right? They like bite their omegas and they're like, you're my kitten. Yeah. If I was like, hey, Panco, could you growl for me? And then if she did, and then I was like, yeah, guys, still checks out. Panco is still at alpha. You guys would be like, actually, that's not correct. Me, who's never read an ABO fanfiction in my entire life, be like, Leah, that's not actually correct. Because Panco is small, and you could breed her, so therefore that means she is an omega. As if small breedable people cannot be alphas. I just think you guys are racist. Alright, if anybody here was going to be more perfect for the ABO tier list, it would be the wolf girl herself. The wolf girl herself, Miss Chisaka Irie. Is Irie's an omega, guys. Hi, Cleo. Hi, I'm so glad we haven't sorted you yet. Would you like to know if you're an alpha legend? Rawr. Or an omega not taker. Yeah. Or a beta cuck. Sort Cleo now. Sort Cleo now. Sort Cleo now. I'm so glad that you're here to experience me. Cleo is not an omega because she is a cuck. Cleo is an omega because she is both alpha and omega. And if you're like, a beta because she's both alpha and omega. And if you're like, Leah, what? Cleo? She could be both? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All right, guys. What about Miss Ember? Let's look at Miss Ember here. Ember is getting you pregnant. Ember is marking her territory, getting you pregnant. Yeah. There's nothing else to explain about that. Ember is giving you her cubs, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop it from happening. You just have to sit there and take it like a good little girl and boy. You know who is going to be pregnant, though? Is Miss Kaneko Lumi. Lumi, my beloved Lumi, who is probably one of the most omegas to ever walk this earth. I love you. However, I think Lumi wants to be a beta, but in the sense of like there's no possibility of pregnancy beta. But yeah, Lumi, Miss Kaneko Lumi is one of the most omegas to ever omega in this world. Lumi hand fed me candy recently. I can never be mean to her. She hand fed me candy and bought me a smoothie. I could never be mean to her. She even handed me my glasses like a true lady. Puppy core. Okay, anyways. Remy, where does Remy go? Remy. Oh, Remy, my dominant alpha who I love and probably beats me every night and throws bottles of beer at my head and calls me a stupid bitch that's never gonna get a job ever in my life. But then maybe sometimes she's nice to me and strokes my hair and tells me it's gonna be okay, and she has to do it because she has no other choice. Remy, my beloved. You're insane for that. Remy fucks hard. Remy's only doing it because somebody on Twitter called her favorite anime garbage, and nobody else understands that it was just poorly written for that one section, and it's not reflective of the entire series. But now people are like hate bombing her favorite anime, and she gets so angry. Yeah. Erina is an omega. Also another person perfect for the ABO. Where does Miss Eori Hakushika go? Eori Hakushika. Eori, I feel like there's no need to really explain it or elaborate on it at all. Just the most like obvious fucking alpha probably ever, the Flasher. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Eori's an alpha. Eori belongs in the alpha tier. She dominates, she pregnates, she lets you know that she's going to dominate and preg you. Eori's groped people before in front of me. I have not been groped by Eori, nor do I want to be, but she has groped people in front of me. So the alpha that worries about hurting you? Yeah. It's a bit thick. Are you sure you're gonna be okay? Eori's an exhibitionist. Yeah. I think Phase Quest is should be renamed to Phase Beta. I think Muyo is actually quite hard. I don't know personally. Muyo is the one that I thought the most about, and I have no idea. I lean towards saying alpha. Like my gut says alpha, but I don't know. Like bratty alpha, but I know what the mini-moos think. But the mini-moos think with their penic, and they don't think with any level of intelligence. Okay. I think Muyo is an omega who wants to be an alpha. Muyo is an omega who wants to be an alpha and has alpha tendencies, but when the science comes down to it, she is an omega. The cat is out of the bag. I'm a day one. I'm a day one Stark Knight. I'm doubling down on that. Fuck you guys. I'm a day one Stark Knight. I know. She's Jelly is an incel. Jelly is an alpha, but Jelly is like an abusive alpha, like an abusive chud incel alpha, just in the body of a really cute girl. Alpha incel. Yeah, Jelly is an alpha chud abusive incel that would like leave you to freaking support the your family. She would leave your ass. She would cheat on you and she would leave you. Like right away. Conception of that child, it's over. The most abusive. But she's also got no riz. Abusive and rizless. That's why she's a chud. My like favorite type of character is like moe rizless chud incel, right? Jelly fits all of that. Moe rizless chud incel. It's a compliment. Hina, my beautiful motherly omega who is made for omega-ism. Hina has an alpha that has claimed her. Hina and Rooney are like they were like conceived as a set. See, the thing is, Rooney wouldn't cheat on Hina. Rooney would never cheat on Hina. Rooney would just flirt with other girls. But the thing is, Hina also flirts with other girls. She imprinted. Yeah, they tied the knot. Oh my god. Clara is the sleazy, alcoholic, freaking alpha that wants to be an omega so bad. Clara wants to be an omega and says shit that omegas would say, but she's sleazy and kind of a freak alcoholic alpha and would definitely leave you with child. But she wants to get pregnant, and because she can't get pregnant, she goes around and she gets other people pregnant and gets really upset about it. Yeah, no omega can outmatch her freak. She out-freaks all of the omegas and is not even an omega. Pervy OG sign. Amy is probably the only beta cuck on this entire list. Amy, my beloved beta cuck. My beloved beta cuck who was not built for sex, but was also not built to give sex. Maybe you could sex Amy, but Amy is not in the beta tier because she is a switch. She is just straight up a cuck. And that's okay. And she's destined to die in a comical way before ever having her bloodline carried on. Yeah. Rie is a beta because she is a switch, not because she is a cuck. Rie wants to be an omega so bad. There's a lot to say about Rie. She wants to be an omega so bad, but her alpha tendencies and her like intrinsic nature to control things in a positive way, right? I mean it in a positive way, but it's like an intrinsic part of her that she has to be in control. She would never be able to give that control over to anyone else properly. She wants to be an omega so bad, but she needs to be in charge. So like Rie would not be the one getting pregnant because she's so busy all the time, but she would be a fantastic mother. That would make her an alpha. Well, I put it here because Rie is also pretty cuckable. Anyways, Pippa's turn. Whoa. Pippa, the breedable omega. Whoa. Pippa, the breedable omega who eats her babies after giving birth. The omega Pippa. Here I come. Omega. The most breedable. Pippa, do I even need to explain more The Omega idol. Hold on, say that again. She's a breedable beta. Pippa doesn't sit in the chair. She would not allow herself to be cucked. But there's also no alpha veins in Pippa. And I think people don't realize that because again, you don't know Pippa. I know Pippa. Pippa is a very submissive Omega that fights back simply because she's embarrassed. Pippa, yeah, she's just loud with nothing to back it up. Yeah, submissive Omega Pippa. Anyways, okay, now we get to the last one, which is the Tombear Fujikuda Uruka. Is Uruka a beta? Is she an Omega? Is she an alpha? This is the highly debated sorting. I am happy to announce the definitive ranking for Uruka in the ABO tier list. Uruka is an Omega. I'm sorry to say this. I know that she might give off the energy of an alpha. She is able to hide in plain sight very easy. However, Uruka is an Omega. She will be having bear cubs. She will probably be a very clumsy but well-meaning mother to them. And that's why we're entirely incompatible. Because if I had to rank myself, I would be a beta. Not because I am a switch, but because I am a cuck. I am a cuck and I am proud! There you go. I don't want to elaborate on this anymore. So anyways, yay! There is your definitive AVO tier list of FaZe Connect members.
Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.